Hello everyone, welcome again in Eng-Man YouTube channel. So we will continue our learning on an oil forecasting, oil production forecasting using the method called flow rate versus cumulative production. Okay, as usual, we are going to use the sample case provided by the Harmony Enterprise software. And so let's jump into it. So here it is provided forecast under these three conventional, and this is the oil one case. So I select that and then I squeeze it. Okay. And here we are inside the analysis tab and go to forecast feature, decline. We have either for gas, oil, water, barrel oil equivalent, and condensate. And go to oil. And we can do either rate versus cumulative, rate versus time, and GOR analysis, water oil ratio analysis, or cumulative versus time. Hopefully, if we have time, we can cover all of these methods. But for the time being, we are going to go to rate versus cumulative. Okay, so here we go. So here we already have several exercises, analyses, all right? It's given in this database provided by the software. So this is our new analysis. The rest are, analysis that already prepared within the database. Okay, so this is our new analysis called OilCom1. All right, so in Analysis Manager, these are all the analysis that already done, all right, by the software provider. Okay, so if you want to make a new analysis, you click on this one, Add Analysis. Again, we can select some methods, either oil decline, probabilistic decline, stretch exponential. These are more advanced, okay? Duong method or multi-segment. Let's start with basic. Yeah. Okay, so our new analysis is called Analysis 1. And this is to go into the detail, the technicality of this method, we focus on this one, okay? Rate type, forecast start date, flow rate, and then this is the D, all right, exponential, I mean, the decline rate, and this is the exponential, the exponent, B factor, and this is the R square. This is the, indicator of how good our match is. And this is parameters that describe our decline. The calculation method, start date, initial flow rate, delta T, and then, decline rate, B factor, and so on and so forth. Okay, so automatically, this is the analysis that is provided or created by the software. So it's almost automatic in the beginning. Okay, so the software using the built-in algorithm will detect which period in our production history that is representative to be used to construct the forecast. And according to the software, all right, the most representative period from which the software can make regression to construct the forecasting is, yeah, you can see at this period or between the cumulative oil production of 850 to 1100. As the engineer, you are the one who has the last call. Okay, either you will accept it or you can modify the analysis. So let's say this is our first guess. So we will accept whatever the software gives us. All right, so let's see. This is the recommendation from the software. So we use operating day, but you can also change it to calendar day. Let's start with operating day, okay? And forecast start date. So it's August 2011. So it's actually here. It should be here or here, I mean here. So forecast start date is the start date of our forecast. So it should be here, the last data point of the production history. And you can see the rate is 40.5. You can see here. So this is the value of 40. All right, 40. And the starting point is here. So the software in this scenario, in this case, will neglect the high flow rate here, 54.8, and will use this as the initial flow rate for the production forecast. All right, and this is the decline rate, 5.6, B factor 0.747, so it's hyperbolic in nature, and the R square is 0.644, which is actually quite good. Right, but of course the perfect R square is of course is 1, but 0.6 is already good. Okay, I'm going to make it like this again. Okay, so that's the starting, or that's the general view of our forecast. To go into more detail, the calculation method is delta time. All right, and this is the final flow rate. Start date is June 2000, so it's actually here. All right, so this for segment 1 will describe our line, our regression line. So the starting date here, June 2000, is actually here, not here. So the date here, August 2011, is actually here on the right, but here, June 2000 is on the left. And the initial rate here, 100.4, is located here. Okay, so it's 80, right? You can see my cursor. This is 120, so 100 is around here. All right, and then this is the initial rate, 10.589. B factor is of course the same, 0.747, but the decline rate will change, all right? The decline rate will change by time because we have B factor greater than 0. So it's not weird if you have here decline rate of 10.5, but later on you have 5.6, right? The decline rate is, being lower and lower, okay, because you have exponent factor. I mean, you have the exponent, the B factor, that will decrease your decline rate. All right, and then the final flow rate is 10.4 for our forecast, which will occur at this end date, August 2051. And the cumulative production, all right, is 1,382,000 stock tank barrel. The current cumulative production is here, all right, 1,094 MSTB. But if we follow this forecast, we can have 380 more thousand stock tank barrel of oil. So the final, or you can also call it estimate ultimate recovery, is this value. All right, so it's very easy. It's almost automatic in the beginning. So when you construct or when you create a new analysis, in this case is analysis 1, right away the software will give you the first guess, the first recommendation for the forecast. Okay, so let's say we will use it as optimistic case. Now I'm going to make a more conservative case, and in this conservative case, I want to use exponential decline rather than hyperbolic decline. Okay, so to make that, I will create analysis 2, oil decline. In the beginning, exactly the same. All right, but now I will change the decline to be 0. I mean the B factor to be 0. Okay, and I will lock the decline or the B factor, and then I will do regression by myself by selecting data here, tools to select data points for best fitting. So now rather than allowing it to be automatic, I will prefer my own style to select the best data for the fitting. I prefer using this one because it will give me more freedom if I use rope here. So let's say I'm going to focus on this period for the fitting. Okay. And still I have B factor of 0. It is locked. Okay. So you see by using B factor of 0 that is locked, the software is constrained to always give me exponential decline like this. So using that interval of production history that I selected before to be used for the fitting for the regression, now the software gives me the forecast, exponential decline, exponential forecast. You can see this straight line. So now I can only have, estimate ultimate recovery of 1,243 as opposed to 1,300 in the hyperbolic case. Okay, B factor is 0, and this is the decline rate. So you can provide the management with these two cases, the optimistic cases, the hyperbolic case, or the exponential case, which is more conservative. Okay, of course, as engineer, especially petroleum engineer, we are dealing with uncertainty. There is no way we can give one value with 100 certainty. You cannot say I'm perfectly sure that the production forecast will be like this, which is more hyperbolic. You cannot say that. So it's better to provide some possibilities, all right, by honoring the uncertainty while still making it sure that we are doing a proper analysis. In this case, we provide with optimistic case with hyperbolic trend and the conservative case with exponential trend. And lastly, you can see that the software itself is very powerful, it's very quick, it helps us in the analysis, but of course, you still have your own homework to make a proper analysis, to make a proper engineering judgment. Okay, so I think that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video is useful. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in the next Eng-Man videos. Thank you.